Today, I want to talk about something incredibly personal, yet universally applicable: the changes I made that didn't just improve things, but genuinely made everything easier. We all chase that feeling of effortlessness, that sense of flow where tasks don't feel like battles. For a long time, I was caught in a cycle of overcomplication, convinced that more effort and complexity would lead to better results. It took a significant shift in perspective, and a willingness to challenge my ingrained habits to discover that sometimes, the path of least resistance is actually the most productive. The first, and perhaps most impactful, change was redefining what productivity truly meant to me. For years, I subscribed to the hustle culture narrative, believing a packed schedule, minimal sleep, and constant busyness were the hallmarks of success. My days were a chaotic jumble of tasks, many half-finished, leading to overwhelm and underachievement. The shift happened when I started focusing not on how much I was doing, but on how much I was accomplishing, specifically in areas that truly mattered. This meant a ruthless reevaluation of my priorities. I began asking myself, is this task moving me closer to my most important goals? Or is it just occupying my time? This question became my filter, allowing me to shed numerous commitments that, while seemingly important, were actually distractions. This wasn't about laziness, it was about strategic focus. I started saying no more often, not just to external requests, but to internal pressures to do everything. This was incredibly liberating. It felt counterintuitive at first, as if I was somehow failing by not taking on every opportunity. But I quickly discovered that by saying no to the good, I was creating space for the great. This led directly to the second major change: embracing simplicity. I realized much of the complexity in my life was self-imposed. I had too many systems, too many tools, too many steps for even the simplest processes. My approach to organization, for example, was ironically disorganized. I had multiple digital note-taking apps, physical notebooks, and various to-do list systems. The solution was to drastically simplify. I consolidated my digital tools to a bare minimum, choosing one primary platform for notes, one for project management, and one for communication. The same applied to my physical workspace: decluttering, removing anything non-essential, and creating an environment calm and conducive to deep work. This simplification wasn't just aesthetic, it reduced cognitive load. I no longer spent precious mental energy deciding which tool to use or where to find information. Everything had its place, and the path to accessing it was clear. This extended beyond tools and spaces to my processes. I started breaking down complex projects into the absolute smallest, most manageable steps. Instead of thinking about writing a book, I thought about writing for 30 minutes or outlining chapter 1. This made daunting tasks feel approachable and achievable, reducing procrastination and building momentum. The third significant change was cultivating a mindset of flexibility and adaptability. For a long time, I was rigid in my planning. If my meticulously crafted schedule deviated even slightly, I would feel a sense of failure and often abandon the entire day's plan. This all-or-nothing mentality was incredibly detrimental. I learned to embrace the unexpected. Life is unpredictable, and rigid plans are often broken. Instead of fighting against this reality, I started to build flexibility into my days. This meant scheduling buffer time, accepting that some days wouldn't go as planned, and developing the ability to pivot without self-recrimination. It also involved letting go of perfectionism. I realized that done is often better than perfect. Striving for an unattainable ideal often led to paralysis and prevented me from completing tasks altogether. By accepting good enough, I could move forward, learn from the experience, and iterate. This wasn't about lowering standards, but about understanding that progress, even imperfect progress, is still progress. These changes, individually and collectively, didn't just tweak my life. They fundamentally transformed my approach to work, personal growth, and daily living. They shifted me from a state of constant struggle to one of greater ease and effectiveness. It's a journey, of course, and there are always new lessons to learn. But the foundation I've built on these principles has made an undeniable difference. If you're feeling overwhelmed, or like you're constantly pushing against an invisible force, I encourage you to consider where you might be overcomplicating things. Sometimes, the most powerful improvements come not from adding more, but from strategically subtracting, simplifying, and embracing a more adaptable mindset. It truly can make everything easier.